No, there it is. Okay.
Am I still muted?
No. Hold on. I gotta unmute you.
Am I unmuted now? It's crazy, man. Hey, shout out to Chief. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Chief, this nigga would have never known this song. Ain't that right? I know niggas that kill niggas that kill niggas that kill niggas that kill niggas. And y'all don't realize that the cycle continues. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Blam to him. Huh? Wrong hat. Blam to him. Right? So, I know y'all know how to be on. You know how to put the volume down on them things. Yeah, I heard you. Yeah. Got a mic on. Gotta pick that up. You know what I'm saying? All right. No worries. Okay. First and foremost, we want to give call halal, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. That's all praises to the Most High God, in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach in the Hebrew. This is once again the couch captivity created. All right. We were originally going to go with the name Cross the motherfucking line 2, cuz we want smoke. You know what I'm saying? But I said, you know what? As original as that sounds, this makes more sense. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to do that anymore. You know, it's the couch captivity created. All right. So just following up from last week, talking about the start of this whole black on black crime and why we've been doing these things. And we have to remember that although we've been killing each other for some time now, even as we did in the ancient days, we have to be able to put the pieces together, right? It's a puzzle. Just like when dealing with these scriptures, it's a puzzle. So what we're going to tap into a little bit is I'm just going to state a couple things dealing with trauma, right? Physical abuse, mental abuse, right? And how that also affects black on black crime and why we are could be violent towards each other, right? And then we're going to go into how the white man's got something coming to him, okay, because of who he is and what he's been doing. All right. So I'm gonna read this thing. You know, the Rib hooked me up with this, but you know, maybe next week we'll cite the sources. All right. You know, she's probably kicking herself right now. All right. Salud America says 78% of Latino kids suffer at least one adverse childhood experience: poverty, neglect, abuse, household dysfunction, whether it be divorce, violence, substance abuse, etc., right? And, you know, what a lot of people don't understand is what we deal with today has a lot to do with what's instilled in us, right? Those transgenerational curses and traumas and these are just the things that are on us today. So let's get Deuteronomy 28 and read verse 1. Baba Kushah. And while he's getting that, let me read the definition of transgenerational trauma. It's a theory which states, did you get it?
Yeah, kind of. The page is written.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Kind of, though I can't.
We got Bibles. Don't worry, folks, we read out of Bibles. Transgenerational trauma. A theory which states that trauma can be transferred from the first generation of trauma survivors to the second and further generations of offspring of the survivors via complex post-traumatic stress disorder mechanisms. All right? It's a lot. I said a lot. Hope you got that. I'm going to read it again. Transgenerational trauma is a theory which states that trauma can be transferred from the first generation of trauma survivors to the second and further generations of offsprings of the survivors via complex post-traumatic stress disorder mechanisms. We get to Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. Because and I would love to believe that everything we're dealing with has everything to do with the curses. Every single thing. Right? Which stem from disobedience. Because at the end of the day, you have to understand the root. We wouldn't be dealing with an enemy being over us if we were obedient. We wouldn't be dealing with marital problems if we were obedient. We wouldn't be dealing with child murder, sex trafficking, kidnapping, pedophilia, if we were in order, if we did what we were supposed to be doing. Let me get that.
I can't read.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So,
It's all good, man. It's all good. Always remember, it's always used and abused, right? So it's easy to get to.
Bet. All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken.
Slow down.
Okay.
The water.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28,
No,
verse 1.
I didn't say quiet. I said slow down.
Okay. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high, above all nations of the earth.
Above all nations on the earth, right? Now, if we did what the Most High requires of us, we will be set on high above all the nations of the earth. And you and I both know when you read verse 2 to verse 14, it's talking about blessings. Guess what? Those are generational blessings, right? Those are forever blessings until you mess up. And guess what we did as a nation? We messed up numerous times. Now jump down to verse 15. I know y'all know it, but we're going to read it anyways. Go ahead.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes.
If you will not hearken to observe, to do all his commandments, all his statutes. I tell you no lie, man. I don't care when someone say, we ain't got to keep certain commandments or this, that, and the other. We're saved from the curse of the law. my nigga, understand something. You're telling me those Israelites that believed on Christ and their children and their children's children, those Israelites, those that the trickle down generation, right? During 70 AD, what were they running from? What were they running from? Because last time I checked, we went into slavery, which looked like that's in the curses. Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, read verse 28.
God. Verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
See, the Most High say he gonna smite you with madness. Go ahead.
And blindness.
And blindness.
And astonishment of heart.
And an astonishment of heart. Now, let's see. Deuteronomy 28. Yo, my legs are killing me. Let me get some translations. You just read the KJV. Let's get some other translations.
Okay. This is the New Living Translation, Deuteronomy 28 and 28. The Lord will strike you with madness, blindness, and panic. Right? This is out of the NIV. The Lord will afflict you with madness, blindness, and confusion of mind.
Confusion of mind. Sounds like a bunch of mental stuff. Go ahead.
This is out of the NET. The Lord will also subject you to madness, blindness, and confusion of mind.
And confusion of mind, right? Let me see, man. I know it's
NASB.
CSB, brother.
CSB. This is the CSB. The Lord will afflict you with madness, blindness, and mental confusion.
Now, we all know that through disobedience, this is a curse. This is a curse. Because I don't believe that, and this is my opinion, I don't believe that if we were doing what the Most High required of us, we would be going through this. But since we haven't been doing it, and since even to this day, a large portion of us are not doing it, this is the end result. You have mental disabilities, mental disorders, right? And you got to remember, man, we not white, right? We not the other nations. We deal with things a lot different than the other nations do. So where they might say that we have ADHD, but at the same time, these are their terms. So who's to say what we really dealing with, right? I'm going to read this thing right quick. Post-traumatic slavery syndrome, right, is a theory that explains the etiology of many of the adaptive survival behaviors in African American communities. Remember, these are survival behaviors throughout the United States and the diaspora, right? Meaning the spreading. It is a condition that exists as a consequence of multi-generational oppression of Africans and their descendants, resulting from centuries of chattel slavery. Right? So they telling you, you acting like this based off of what you've been through. based off of what your forefathers have been through, right? A form of slavery which was predicated on the belief that African Americans were inherently genetically inferior to whites. Yet we can be in the sun longer. We are the greatest minds on the planet. We are the best at physical anything, right? We've created almost damn near any and everything that you see in the Americas, right? Which also was shipped off to somewhere else, all right? Because if it wasn't for a black man, there wouldn't be no windshield wiper, right? There wouldn't be no fridge, wouldn't be no engine. You understand? And I'm not. And what was that one movie with the Hispanic brother, where you say that the Mayans or the Aztecs came up with the concept of zero? It's the one where the white dude is the white dude. It's a car as a teacher, and he in the hood, huh? A teacher, bro.
The old school movie, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because it was based on a true story, I believe.
Right. And
But
like trying to break up gang fights and all that stuff in school.
What's his name though? I don't remember, man. Nah. Charlie Leguizamo ain't never played no damn teacher. Negroes is hilarious, man. He was a dude that played in American Me.
The one that said blacks killing blacks, Mexicans killing Mexicans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look him up.
He got on glasses in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But stand and deliver.
Stand and deliver.
Check.
There you go.
Get a chatter shot.
Okay, yeah. I can't see the chat, but y'all know what it is. Y'all know what time it is. Stand and deliver. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now my girl want to say something. Girl, you late. So, yeah. That's what we dealing with, right? I'm continuing where I left off. A form of slavery which was predicated on the belief that African Americans were inherently genetically inferior to whites. Y'all are crazy. Let me tell you something. What was it, Jesse Owens during the World War II? Y'all niggas is crazy. You know what I'm saying? All them brothers that stood there with the black fist. Hey, let me tell you something. Yeah, you know, can't nobody do nothing like we do, man. All right. This was then followed by institutionalized racism, which continues to perpetuate today. Well, perpetuate injury, right? Because it's affecting us. All right. Thus resulting in MAP, meaning M for multi-generational trauma, together with continued oppression. A, meaning absence of opportunity to heal or access the benefits available in the society, leads to P, post-traumatic slavery syndrome. It's not slavery, slave syndrome. All right? But once again, it all stems from not keeping that law, not following the commands, not doing what we said, Amen, when we said it. So be it. Right? Let me get verse Deuteronomy 28, verse 40, 45 and 46.
God.
Because that's how you know, like, at the end of the day, it is generational. It is generational. Listen, trickle down effect. It's going to continue going on that way. Right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because you ain't listening to the voice of the Lord our God. Read.
To keep his commandments.
No. See, I ain't even going to it. Go ahead, man. Keep going.
And his statutes which he commanded thee.
Which all these brothers in here, we kept the Day of Atonement. The SICARRI kept the Day of Atonement, right? Go ahead. Our families kept the Day of Atonement. Go ahead.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
See, now that's upon your seed forever. That's upon your children. And my foot hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? That's upon your seed and your children forever, right? Now, let me get this. Ecclesiasticus. I believe it's Ecclesiasticus. It has to be. 38 and 9.
This is the book of SICARRI, chapter 38 and verse 9. My son, in thy sickness,
in your sickness, what?
Be not negligent.
You can't be negligent. You can't give up. You can't wild out. You can't do whatever you want to while you going through these things. Go ahead.
But pray unto the Lord.
But you got to pray unto the Most High. That what?
And he will make thee whole.
And he'll make you whole. That mental strain you got going on, the Most High say he can make you whole from that. The pain you going through, he can make you whole from that. But you got to believe this. You got to have faith that that's what he's going to do. Because if you don't, because everything starts with faith. Because we've said it before, when you're dealing with the word faith in the Hebrew, Amawan, you got to remember it goes back to the word trust. You got to be able to trust the Most High. Read that again, Baba Kusha.
Verse 9. My son, in thy sickness, be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord.
But pray unto the Lord. Right? Go ahead.
And he will make thee whole.
And he'll make you whole. Let me get Ezekiel chapter 18. And start at verse 19.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 18, verse 19.
Like we just read, these curses shall be upon your seed forever, right? And we talking about until the kingdom. So every time we broke the law, these curses will come upon us, right? Especially as a nation, right? It ain't nothing for us to purge out the evil of one or two brothers, but you talking about when the nation go off, hey, clink, clink. That's what it is. Go ahead.
Yet say ye, why? Doth not the son bear the iniquity of the father? When the son hath done that which is lawful and right, and have kept all my statutes, and have done them, he shall surely live.
See, but watch this. If you do what you're required to do, you shall live. And guess what? When you come back through the regeneration, that's what you're going to be doing. Right? Because when you die and you return, that's why I say under the sun was the place of judgment. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 20. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father.
See, but my son Benjamin is not going to bear my iniquity. But guess what? My son Benjamin got to bear the iniquity of what he did when he was his forefather. Right? That's how you get that trickle-down effect. You were here before. You got to pay for what you did. Why you think Yahweh Shai had to go through what he went through? Because when he was Solomon, he went off. But when he was here, he didn't go off. He had to pay for what he did. Under the sun was the place of judgment. Go ahead.
Neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him.
The righteousness of the righteous should be upon that man. Meaning that's what he's going to be. That's why we tell y'all, man, everybody that was keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is doing that now. You understand? You might not have known you was Israel So it was going to take you longer to be that person that you was. But when you came back into the truth and realized who you was, that's because that's what you did back then. Who can make straight that which was made crooked? So how could you be crooked then and then straight later? Even though Solomon went off, guess what? Just like his daddy, man, Solomon Solomon wasn't some wicked dude. He just let dealing with all them women get to him. But the Most High still gave him all the wisdom in the world. The wisest man on the planet. That's it on that, right?
It's a little bit more.
Go ahead, finish it.
And the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him.
And the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon that man. Right? Let me see. Let me get... Galatians 3:10.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 3 and verse 10. For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse.
Go ahead.
For it is written, cursed is everyone that continueth not in all things.
See, cursed is everyone that continueth not in all things written. Go ahead, finish it.
Not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them.
Now, we got the blueprint. But if you're not doing it, guess what, man? Cursed be ye. Let's get Baruch right quick. You know, that's my book. That's my book. Let's get Baruch right quick.
Chapter 4.
Yeah. Start from the top.
I already know. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God.
This is the book of the commandments of God. Right? Not this and this, but yeah, that right there, it's all good. This is the book of the commandments of God, right?
That part.
Go ahead, them 80 books.
And the law that endured forever.
And the law that endures forever, right? Go ahead.
All they that keep it.
Everyone that keeps those commandments, keep those laws, keep those statutes, read.
Shall come to life.
You should live. But they gonna tell you you ain't got to do that. But guess what? Now we got post-traumatic slave syndrome. Now we got generational trauma going on. But we ain't got to keep the law because we ain't got the curses on us because of Christ. You niggas is wilding. You niggas is smoking. That's what you're doing. You're smoking. You're getting high. Right? You're drunkards. Something wrong. Maybe you got a mental problem. Go ahead.
But such as leave it shall die.
But such as leave those laws, statutes, commandments, such as leave this book of the law, you should die. You shall die. Tell me this is a lying. Because I'm going to show you something. Tell me how Baruch 4, in the beginning, it talks about keeping the law. Then it talks about later on how soon enough your enemies, you'll be able to tread your foot on your enemy's neck for what they've done. Grieve for the land. Grieve for your people. Because the Most High put them plagues on you. That's lying too? That's playing the game with your mind? That's it on that, right? Con. Let me get Deuteronomy 27 and 26. And that's how I'm going to end this part of it. Like I said, I'm going to tap into a little bit of it, you know what I'm saying? Because I want y'all to understand when we're dealing with the trauma that we're going through, it's due to the generational curses, right? They can put all kind of spins and names and everything on it, but at the end of the day, guess what? We wouldn't be going through it if we were doing what we were required to do. It's a hard pill to swallow. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 26. Cursed be he that confirmeth not all the words of this law.
Cursed be he that confirmeth not Hold on. Late night, man. Read it again.
Cursed be he that confirmeth not all the words of this law.
Go ahead.
To do them.
Uh-huh.
And all the people shall say,
and all the people shall say what?
Amen.
Amen. Right? So be it.
So be it.
We with it. We with it. We want everything good coming to us. Soon as that dark cloud come over you, you forget you the reason the cloud came. Because truth be told, there wasn't no affliction until we went off. Right? I'm talking about outside of Egypt. All right. So that's just another part of the whole, black on black crime, because even with dealing with mental health, you'll see us in these streets going crazy. You can't tell me somebody's in their right mind when they gang banging and killing brothers. You can't tell me it. I got homies that just got out. You know what I'm saying? And they've killed before and they'll kill again if need be. I know killers that and they killing still.
And the cycle continues.
That part. So that's that. Now we're gonna tap into, Job 9:24. Tap into Esau business, man. The Edomitical mentality, right?
Okay.
The Edonomical, right?
This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
Uh-huh.
The earth is given unto the hands of the wicked.
So the wicked is controlling this earth. You cannot forget that. You look at it every single day, every time you walk out your house, every time you say to yourself, another black man get gunned down, right? What do they care? Like, this ain't we want smoke, and this ain't chief movement, right? Watch this. This is my show. This is my shit. I don't answer questions. I ask them. So when you walk outside your house and you see all those other people, those other nations, what do you think when they look at you? What do you think goes through your mind, through their mind, when your people get gunned down, when your people get persecuted? Do you think they care? Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. It's cool. We all good. Hey, the Most High say, hey, if you could be at peace with all men. But guess what? You don't got to. You don't got to. You're not being forced to. All the majority of the laws you see pertain to you and your brother. That's your neighbor. Even when Christ spoke, that was directly only to you and your brother. So at the end of the day, when we talking about the other nations, if you want to be cordial, be cordial. If you want to ignore them, ignore them. The Most High ain't gonna look down at you for that. So the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You see the wicked every day ruling, and like Christians, y'all, it's beyond me how y'all could look at the world and think that it's getting better. Where you get that from? What has your God been doing? I know what my God doing. My God is terrorizing motherfucker. Salakia. You know what I'm saying? All right. It's the water for the super chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all about to talk about the thumb. You know what I'm saying? But con. Like, brothers is crazy. Brothers is crazy. Like, people are crazy. Right? Let me get that. Let me get Psalms 58 and 3.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
The wicked are estranged from the womb. Just look at them, man. Just talk to the little ones. Talk to the little ones. Go ahead.
They go astray as soon as they be born.
They not staying on no right path. They weren't created to do that. Who can make straight that which was made crooked? The wicked go astray from the womb. Let me get Revelation 12 and 12.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
See, this devil got great wrath. Go ahead.
Because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
And that's why he's doing everything that he's doing. Because he know his time ain't, he ain't got no 1,000 years of rulership going on. No, man. This is all recent stuff. This is all recent. It ain't even been 1,000 years. We ruled Europe for 1,000 years. Damn near. Right? So, y'all got to understand. Read that again.
God. Revelations 12 and 12.
It's Revelation.
It's like you. Revelation 12 and 12.
You might be Northern Kingdom. Go ahead.
Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens,
Uh-huh.
and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth.
Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth. Read.
And of the sea.
Uh-huh.
For the devil is come down unto you.
Hey, destruction unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Why? Because fish die when this white man get into power. Buffalo die when this white man get into power. Right? Go ahead.
Having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Uh-huh.
Keep going. Verse 13.
Go ahead.
Verse 13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child.
Yeah, y'all know who the man-child is, right? Yeah, I was shocked. Hey, y'all got that on record. Long Beach ain't lacking, right? All right, good stuff. Let me get Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Nah, go ahead.
This is the book of SICARRI, chapter 12 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust your enemy. Go ahead.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Uh-huh.
Though he humble himself.
Though he humble himself.
And go crouching.
Mm-hmm.
Yet take good heed and beware of him.
And beware of him. Take good heed. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
Because you might wipe that rust, but guess what? It's going to come back. So he going to crouch. He going to act like everything is all good. But guess what? As scriptures say, he put forth his hand only to, I'm paraphrasing roughly, only to chop it off. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Mm-hmm.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand.
Neither let him sit at your right hand. Go ahead.
Lest he seek to take thy seat.
Mm-hmm.
And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith.
Mm-hmm.
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Y'all listen to that, right? Who will pity the charmer that is bit by the serpent? I said this before. Who cried over Steve Irwin?
Crocodile Man.
Yeah. Who cried over that?
That's what he did.
Was he the dude that got hit with the
manta ray?
yeah, the stingray?
Yeah.
The stingray, right? Who cried for him? Why? Who cried for the dude that go inside the lion cage and taunt the lion? Who cried for that?
Siegfried.
Come on. What you get is what you put in is what you got coming back to you.
That part.
Go ahead.
Or any such as come nigh wild beast.
Wild beast. Go ahead.
Verse 14. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him and his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee. But if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry.
Hey, when you about to fall out of that rulership, it ain't gonna be nothing for him to hurry up and get done. Right. I need that spot. That's why I say don't let him sit at your right hand. He waiting for you to fall. He waiting to get you up out of that rulership. Go ahead.
Verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips.
See, an enemy speak sweet and smooth and all cool and calm and collected with his lips. Go ahead.
But in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
That's his goal. That's his goal. And yet we've sat here and we thought that these people are on our side. You know, they're going to help us with counseling and getting better. Let me tell you something, man. I told you, I asked the questions. When did they become the moral compass for the world? Let me ask you another question. When did they become the moral compass for Black and Hispanic folk? What year? What year did you decide to start trusting in their political system? 60s? What decade? 70s? 80s during the drugs? 90s during the Clintons? 100s during Obama when he said reparations? No, we're not going to discuss that. When did you all think? Hold on, 2020 with Trump running for office. When did you put together in your mind that this is how it's supposed to be and this is how we're going to flourish and I got to figure out who to vote for? Nigga, pick up your feet. Let's sit on that.
It's a little bit more.
Go ahead.
He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Hey, but if you find opportunity, blood ain't enough. You got to take your family, your house, your land, your nation. Blood ain't enough. Let's sit on that.
God.
Let me get Malachi 1:4.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return.
Hey, guess what? And guess what they did? They returned. They returned and put us into slavery and kicked our butts. And what else they gonna do? Go ahead.
And build the desolate places.
Guess what? America wasn't built up. This is pretty much desolate. Beautiful trees, forests, green. Now it's nothing but road. Road. You got a tree here and there and more road. Go ahead.
God. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
See, but they said they shall build, but the Most High say, I will throw down. I'm about to destroy all of this. So fret not, Yasharallah. The Most High is in control of everything going on. You can't forget that. I know it's easy to forget it, but you can't forget it. Because your enemies look at you and they be like, with God. Who's going to save them? They belong to us. That's what they say. We their property. Well, we tell them like Kirk Franklin, we God's property. Go ahead. Is it on there?
No, there's more.
Go ahead.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
And they should call them the border of wickedness. Why? Because that is the epitome of what they stand for. That's their compass. It's just wickedness. But then we go to them for understanding. We go to them for what makes sense. We go to them for what's right. But the Most High already told you they're the border of wickedness. So who you voting for? Biden? Trump? Kamala? Who you got? And we all like to laugh and say Clinton is the closest thing to a black president we'll have. Yeah, man. I mean, if you believe that throwing your people in prison and calling your people super predators and you know getting head and then having the woman ejaculate on and you ejaculate on her dress, like what part of black is this? What part of black is this? He knew she had to go home that day.
Salaki.
What dress she put on after that? Y'all gotta be smart, man. We can't be dunces no more, man. We can't put that cone hat on our heads no more. You know? This the couch captivity created.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's sit on there, right?
A little bit more.
Go ahead then.
And the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever.
And the people of whom the Lord have indignation where?
Forever.
Forever. The who?
Forever.
No. The who?
The people.
No. The individual.
The people.
Nah, man. That nigga.
The people.
That cracker.
The people.
Nah, that Jewish man.
People.
The whole damn nation.
The people.
I just said that.
The people.
I said the whole damn nation.
The people.
You understand that the whole damn nation is a damn nation?
The people. Against whom the Lord have indignation forever.
Utter hatred. Wrath coming. Forever. That's what they got coming to them. We get Obadiah. No. Let me get Daniel 7:25. Okay.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Man, go ahead.
And shall wear out the saints.
Let me show you something. When you legalize pedophilia, when you legalize homosexuality, when you legalize making God's rainbow the symbol of homosexuality, nigga, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You're essentially doing that. Go ahead.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
And they wearing us out, man. Day and night. We tired. We tired. My feet are hurting. My back hurting. Go ahead.
And think to change times and laws.
And that's what they've done. They've changed times. And guess what they've changed? They've changed laws. This is a God-fearing nation. All men are created equal. God loves everybody. Just be a good Christian while we go bomb the Muslims. You know what we said in Vietnam? Hey, what Ali say? A Viet Cong ain't never called me nigga. But we gotta go fight for them.
Right.
We gotta go fight for America. Go ahead, man.
God.
Stop at 27. I mean, read all the way to 27.
God.
25 to 27. Yeah.
And think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand, until the time and times and the dividing of time.
Go ahead.
But the judgment shall sit.
But the judgment shall sit. Read.
And they shall take away his dominion.
And we're going to take away that dominion. Read.
To consume and to destroy it.
To consume and to destroy it. That's it on that?
Until the end.
Until the end. Right?
Verse 27. In the kingdom and dominion, in the greatness of the kingdom.
See, now, all this happens. Then you get the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom. Read. Context, folks.
And the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.
Come on now. This is prophecy. Show me a goddamn Christian saint. Show me an Edomite saint. Show me a Hamite saint. Question. Who are the saints? That's how that works. I don't answer questions. I ask them. Ask your mama. Ask your Grammy. Ask Pope Chops and Chunky. Just ask somebody. Ask somebody that say they open the Bible and read. They open the Bible and Qur'an. Q-A-R-A, which means read. Qur'an. Ask them. I'd love to know. Maybe next week you all can tell me. I'll be like, well, who are the saints? And then you all just put a bunch of information on the thread saying that all these other people are saints except for us. Because that's what the Christian church will tell you. That's what Islam will tell you. That's what Trump will tell you. Nancy Pelosi will tell you that too. Whoever she is. Go ahead, man.
Shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him. And that's it on 27.
Come on. Let me get 2 Thessalonians 2:1.
Get some answers.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind.
Don't be soon shaken in your mind. Go ahead.
Or be troubled, neither by spirit nor by word.
Why? Because no matter what's going on, it ain't over yet. It ain't the end yet. So chill out. Calm down. Breathe. Go ahead.
Nor by letter as from us, as that the day of Christ is at hand.
Because people will make you think he's here. It's over. We done, y'all. We done now, y'all. I was saucy in San Antonio, y'all. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means.
Don't let no man deceive y'all by any means. Don't be deceived by any means. Because that's their goal. You got to be 10 toes down. Foundation has to be a Hawashai Hamashiach. It's just got to be that way. Work out the kinks later on. But you got to be 10 toes down. You got to have the faith. You got to put in the work. Go ahead.
For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
And see, we needed to fall away. We needed to forget who we were. We needed those things to get to this day. Go ahead.
And that man of sin be revealed.
Because we needed someone to be revealed. We needed someone to be put out there. Go ahead.
The son of perdition.
The son of perdition. Right? Your enemies, man. That's it on that? Con. Let me get Romans 9 and 20. And read the 23.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 20. Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against God?
Mm-hmm. Who are you to reply against the Most High? Who are you? Go ahead.
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it?
See, where's the thing formed? We got no power in this. Should the thing formed say to he that formed it, what?
Why hast thou made me thus?
Why you made me like this? Why'd you make me like this? That's what Esau be trying to figure out. Why'd you make me Esau? That's what they think. And you cut them with them scriptures, they thinking in their head like, why did God make me who I am, guys? I love Miracle Whip. Why'd you make me this way?
Put raisins in the damn potato
Raisins and potato salad. Raisins and potato salad.
Profane.
The lowest of the lowest. Go ahead.
Verse 21. Have not the potter power over the clay?
But y'all don't understand that the potter has the power over the clay. Y'all know it from the movie Ghost. Y'all seen him sitting there doing the thing with the vase. He got power over that clay. Because he could keep his hands straight and it just turn in a circle and just be one cylinder, look like this. But instead, he's molding the clay to what he wants that clay to look like. So the Most High has power over the clay, the creation. The Creator has power over the creation. My nigga, could you imagine if your child has power over you?
Out of order. Crazy.
Excuse me. Go ahead.
Okay. Have not the potter power over the clay? Of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor.
To make a vessel unto honor.
And another unto dishonor.
And another unto dishonor. Go ahead.
What if God, willing to show his wrath,
willing
to show his wrath, and to make his power known?
What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and make his power known, what?
Endured with much long suffering.
He went through. He's just there like, Jacob just had to get shot in the back. Good Lord. The brother from Hoover just had to get shot by the police. Why? He's suffering for this. He's feeling this. Watching his creation have to go through what they're going through. So he's long suffering. Right? Go ahead.
With much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction.
Just waiting to destroy your enemies for these things. Just waiting to destroy them for these things. For everything that they've been doing, the Most High just waiting to destroy them for these things. Right? That's it on that?
God.
All right. So, once again, man, it's like, that's what it boils down to. You know, if anybody have any questions, post it in the live. Because if there's one thing you know about me, I don't answer questions. I ask them. And with that, we say, Yabashir Shabbat and Shalom.
Shalom.